Can I get this video done this way? Okay, got the camera on my head. I spoke about the four sections, okay, the four sections, okay, and the actuality of what a design in itself must do, because we need this to be stable. We need all this to be stable. Now, I'm only going to use, do I use the core? If this was a ship, would I use the middle of a ship? Would I use the middle of the space? Should I put one pole over here? Should I put four poles in each corner? And then connect all the ships in the center, leaving the DNA cord loose, right? So it can move around, because the more it moves around, the more play it is, like a suspension. Okay, that's my question. This slides onto the pole, and they go around the pole in their own areas, like spinning around the sun. And we're going to talk about this later. In order to have this compact, you must come to this area over here. These two. These two lines meet over here, showing the empty space. You see the way there's no line over here? All of a sudden there's an empty space and there's a cutoff right over here. Areas. These are area, spaces, obligations, the 45, 135 angle. 135, 45 equals to 180. It's one side, right? It's one side. So I'm assuming, okay, the question is to assume, is should this, okay, be what connects this part over here? This part over here is the only part that's added on. This part over here. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Now you might say, well, what point is this? Well, this stops over here on this line over here. Right? Here's the center of the area. The next time you see this, okay, it's on this side. So when you cut a line across, the X is over here. But in this one, there is no X. It's only over here. 1, 2, 3. I didn't chop off the top. I should have chopped off the top, right? All the way from the top, but I didn't chop off that top. Why didn't I do it? I don't know yet in the equation. Just want to show you when you're making certain equations, this equation, see the way I added this onto this check here? Same way I added this piece on to this part here. This section over there. One area space is over here. You see the way they come up here? I need whole areas to pass. Then I go up and the whole area is down. Now when I do it on the next one, this becomes half and half. So these two would be one area. These two would be one area. These two would be one area. I need this leftover space. And I'd pass over this way and I'd come back. So where does it start? Since this is the center, this area here is the first area. So this area and this area become one. This area and this area become one. And this is where we get our 0.5, 1, 2, 3. We use the 0.5 because we've cut its four zones. We need to put one here, one here, one here, and one over here. They all connect. Now we have to remember these two lines over here, because this is where the core begins to separate. Only over here. And this is the wing. If you were talking about the wing of a bird, this would be that wing right over here. So we would only start the system over here. So we have, what coordinates do we have? So we have to go down. We have coordinate area space here, coordinate area space here. Now, boom, we've finished this section. We're now on the other side. See the way the tip of this one is over here? This one is the first area, or the first half part, right? Because if these were shifters like elevators, right, they would go into each other, or escalators, they go into each other, or doors that sort of go into each other. So we automatically need this over this area. Okay, that's the first one. Now we have this area here. So this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. So how are we going to do our ABC? Well, we go 0, ABC, you're half of an area. 0, ABC, D, the E world here. Then we have to come down and have the E world over here. Then the E world over here. And then the E world over here. One area, 2 areas, 3 areas, 4 areas. I'm trying to look. I have to start. Where do I have to start? You have to start over here on this side, because it starts from this side to get 1 area, to get 2 areas. Let me see if I got that right. 1 area, 2 areas, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 areas, and then to connect to the next area. 7 areas. In and out. 6 plus 1, 7. Um, wow, that was long to explain, but I'm quite sure you'll understand. Here is the center, right? It's over the lines. You see, every block, if you were playing chess, no, somebody, when you're moving, you go over the lines. So this is going over the lines is crossing over, but all the lines to me are things that are moving, right? You go on the train track, what happens? Something goes on it, the electricity goes through the pipelines, right? So this one is created like this. The hat comes on the top, and this one over here on the outside of the line. You see the X that brought in, but I actually just designed this area over here. Right? That's all I actually did. I mean, I did it down there, right? I did it here and here. This is not the same thing. This is what comes out of this. So this piece over here goes over here, but in this one, right, I go from here to here. I go through 2 areas. I go 2 down, 2 up, 2 over. 1, 2, 3, 4. I use a total of 4 and 1 area coming to the point, 4 and 1. The IT system of the sun. But the reality is I must square it off, and I'm using 6. So I'm using 1 area and 1 area and 1 area, 2 and 1. This is my 2 and 1. So we've done this. And the next thing I want to bring in here is the spirit of 76 into the 10 world, the world of 10. These are the numbers that will come with the gateway to spirit cycle of the moon inside the star of Saturn. And these are the numbers. 5 times 2, breaking and entering. 4 and 3 is a very special number. Okay, you get 4 and 3 and 34. John F. Kennedy, Barack Obama's presidents. 77, Jesus. 53, electric company. 44, area space. 87 is the separation of the gateway of Mars. Now we bring 87 to 78 inside of Mars, the gateway to the foxhole in the high sky. 1 and 2 is a reflective of 5 and 6, and 8 and 9, which is the words high. 74 and 78 seem to be the same. This one will now say Jesus, creation of the half and quarterly lives. 1 of 2 is half, 4 to 1, 2 to 1. This is just what it says. This will say 5, and this one will say 9. E-I-E-I-O, creation of Jesus, the connection. And this one over here is 14. You see a 12, that's half. You see a 14, that's 1/4. This one over here right away, it says its number. 4, 4 and 3 is 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. 4, 3 plus 1 is 4. 8. Let me see if I got this right. 3 plus 1 is 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. So now we get 1441. Time under the church. This is the church because it splits. There's 2 sides. This is what it says. 4 times this, 4 times. What does it do? When I multiply 2 times this, it becomes 144, 148, 152, 156. They're all telling me the one spirit of. These are our parts of something. This is 36. This is 18. This is 9. This is 37. It stops. Okay. 37 reverse. Okay. 37. 37 and 37 is 74. 67, you can reverse it or you can leave it this way. It becomes 38. So there's just a further level to this. There's one thing I wanted to add on to this video. I was down by Tim Hortons, just having a little coffee, and I don't know. It just came to me like this. It just came to me like this. I'm gonna hold this camera over here, and it goes like this: 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. Okay. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4, right? 3 times 4 is 12, but we do it twice because it's 3 times 4 and then 4 times 3. Because you did it, I did it, right? Total 12, 12, 24. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 4 and 4. 7 and 7, 3 and 4 is 7, 3 and 4 is 7 is 14. 12 and 12 is 24. 12 and 12 is 24. Total is 38 or 10. Okay, now I'm not sure if I have those numbers underneath here. 38 comes over here. 10 is a relationship over here. But this changes. All zeros equal 6. This will now become 16. this number and the next number over here, which is 70, right? And I'm going to show you this is, I'm going to do that just in a second. 70 and 30, 31. And I'll do this after. This all has to equal, this area has to equal to 79 over here, because it has to equal 1010, right? That is the gateway. The pigs. And this one over here has to equal 7, so I need 46. Reverse is 31, altered current in Zion, Israel. And 31 over here, I need 13. 1331, my friends. All about Barack Obama, JFK, Herbert Hoover. So anyways, now we're going to go 7 and 7 is 14. 12 times 12 is 24. 24 times 14. 12 times 12, 144. Okay, 144. 144 times 14. Okay. I didn't do, you see here I did it wrong. 12 times 12. Here I didn't go 7 by 7 is 49. 12 times 12 is 144. The total is 193. That spirit is in Saturn. Here I did 7 plus 7 is 14. 12 times 12, 144 times 14, 2016. Here's another number I want to show. 6 minus 1 equals 6. 5 minus 1 equals 4. 4 minus 1 equals 4. 3 minus 1 equals 2. 2 minus 2, right? 2 and 1, you can't minus anything from them. Okay? All these relationships, that's why there's no moons over here. What I actually did is when you have the 6, there is no 1 to take away. Right? And if you did take away from it, it would add 2. 5 to take away 1, you can take away 1 inside 5. So it's 5 and 2. Can't take it away from 2. You see, you can't take away 1 from 2. You can take 1 from 1. 1 minus 0 will still leave 1. So 2 and 1 both become 0. These are 8 and 9 because there's 7 areas. But sorry, this is 7, 8, 9 right here. It's 9, 9 because both spaces have 9 areas, right? This area is used 2 in the corner, so this is 2 and 7, and this is 1 and 8. 2, 7, 9, 1, 8, 9. But this would be 2, 7, 8 if you want, and 1, 8, 9, because 2, 7, 8. 8 and 5 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 2 duplicates to be 4. Anyways, there's a whole lot of things to do it. The reality of this is how many angles. Okay, no, we're going to stop right there. Video's long enough. Did we get all this in there? Did we get all this in here? No, we didn't. We didn't. There's a piece missing, and the piece that's missing is 1 minus 3 equals 2. Now we're going to do, you see, over here I did 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3. I just did 12 minutes of a video I'm not very happy with. We'll keep it there anyways, right? So let me do it here. 1 minus 3 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, 3 and 2 come together as communication. 3 times 2 plus 3 plus 2 is 6 and 5. Instead of going 3 plus 3, 3 and 2 is 5. Now we're going to go 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. So now we get 5, 6 and 1, 6. So these two relationships are the same. They're the same. These two relationships are the same. This becomes 7. This becomes 2. This is creation of Win, the big red sundog, because that's the words it says. And it ends up to be number 56. These two numbers represent 3 and 7 and white and wolf. Okay. Number 2 is represented, okay, by 58. Okay, because it's 48, the sun, and the 10 star. That's what 2 represents, 48 and the 10 star. I can do more. You want to get 58? What about 38 and 20? The connecting stars, right? 5 and 5 system, connecting all 4 areas together. That'll make the 20 star. 5, 5, 5, and 5 with 5 in the center, valued at 9 because it's 4 parts and then the 5 parts that make it link, valuing it to the 9 because it's online. 9 online, my friends. So we have all this. I don't know if you understood this whole scenario. We do understand that there's nothing in the center over here, right? We link up with these two sides. We put the bar across. We got this road and this road, and we got H and I, H2O, whichever way you want to go, because H is over O, over the water. Is there anything else in here? Did I show you exact numbers? If you want me to come back with anything in this video, that's what I'm wearing as a hat. I found the world, the ocean's being held on, the eyes underneath, and it's being directed. Imagine if this was the world and somebody was just wearing this on a hat. Oh, the tide goes in, the tide comes up, right? Does the world ever go like this? Does the world ever go like this? How does our world turn for the oceans? Got to do all the crazy things, my friend. It's about waking up. Thank you for watching.